Alright guys, so this is going to be a video on how to increase the capacity of an air compressor. So if you're stupid and you thought you only needed 3 gallons of air over there, turns out you need a lot more. This is how to increase it by a large amount without buying a new compressor. So they sell these at Harbor Freight, Century Pneumatic. They're just, portable air tanks. They go from 5 gallon all the way up to 11 gallon. 5 gallon I got for 25 bucks. What you're also going to need is, ignore this, you're going to need an air tube with a T-fitting that I already took out of the box. So that I just recommend the this kind, just the, I call it Slinky, but it's the coil stuff. You're going to need a 1/2 inch male to 3/8 female, and also a 3/8 male to 1/4 female, and also, like I said, actually the box is still in here, 1/4 MPT brass T. So let's get started. Oh, also, one more thing I forgot. Where did it go? Oh, you're going to need Teflon tape for sealing everything up, and probably 2 good adjustable wrenches. So, yeah, hold on. Alright, first thing to do is to get all the air out of your compressor. Turn it off, and either use the emergency valve, which I don't like using because it's really loud, or the drain valve. Another drain. We'll close this valve up. And then just drain out the rest. Alright. Now you want to remove this right here, the safety valve. So you just need a regular old wrench for that. I'm just using a crescent wrench in this. Or Alabama Fix-All, or whatever you want to, whatever southern jokes you want to make. And you got a straight shot hole. Keep this, you're going to need it, so don't throw it away. And then you're going to need your T, so I gotta move this, so. Alright, take your T with some Teflon tape and wrap it with Teflon tape. My luck, all the Teflon tape just falls off. Hold on. Alright, they don't have to be perfectly clean, but just get most of that junk off. And then try not to drop it, and then this is going to go up top on here. For this, I'm still gonna use RTV because I really hate Teflon tape. Like I said, RTV is completely fine, but don't get it in the valve. So, if you can see here, get it to focus. See how it's just on the threads? Just keep it on the threads and you should be fine. And then that should screw it right in there. Yep. You're gonna have some of it like squishing out. Yep. Alright, there you go. Don't torque this stuff down much. It's just brass. It's not strong. It's very easy to strip out. So just get them snug, and you should be fine. Next up is to hook up the hose, which actually already has RTV on, or not RTV, so, Jesus Christ. Already has Teflon tape on it, so I don't have to worry with that. So that should just go up in there, and then, or in there, sorry, and then, yeah. Alright, once that's all tightened down, and I'm just gonna wipe off the extra silicone. Once that's all tightened down, Now you can go ahead and pull out your air tank, and you're going to have to remove some stuff in the air tank. Since this is designed as a portable air tank, it's not designed to be hooked up directly as another air compressor or another air tank for a compressor. But as long as you're not going above the maximum PSI of it, in this case I'm not. This thing has a regulator at 100 PSI, so, and this thing is rated at 125, so I'm safe. You should be fine. All you're going to be doing here is just removing this whole assembly. So just get looks like I can get probably a socket on there with an impact, and just drive this sucker off. Now, you cannot put in air. I know, I thought this at first. You cannot put in air through here. This is where air gets put in, this is where it comes out. But you're just going to be removing this whole assembly. You could probably sell this for a couple of bucks. You know, who knows. Yeah. So, go ahead and remove this, and I'll show you what to do after that. It's a 7/8 socket. There you go. Pops right out. And then that's torqued down a lot. I'd hit it with the impact for a while. So, and then you got your just solid old tank. Now put the couplers on. Alright, once the couplers in, you want to really tighten this thing down, because this is going to be holding in a lot of pressure. So, there we go. That should be good. And you know, that puts down 80 foot-pounds. So 80 foot-pounds sounds about good for this. It's not gonna hurt it because it's such a big coupler. So now you need to put in this one right here, and then I'll come back. This one should be tightened down good and tight too. Go. Sorry I can't show you that. I have to work with the impact, and that's a lot of torque, so yep, wipe all that off, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, I'm back. Last thing I do is to take this and screw down in there. It already has Teflon tape, so be back. Alright, here it is, all done. You can kind of see the concept here. So pretty much pressure is fed from the motor to the cylinder, comes down and comes through a tube and goes straight into here, and then it comes up through here. This valve controls it from going this way, but it always has a way to come out this way. So since it always has, so that's when this is closed. Oh, it actually isn't closed. So that's when this is closed. This never has air. But when it's closed, this side still has air. So this side, that's why this still works and still lets air out. And then also the T will let it come down, fill up through the tube, and go into here and make pressure. This gauge is still going to be completely accurate. It's not going to change or anything, so don't worry about that. There's a couple problems with this, though. One is you're going to lose CFM, because now your compressor has to fill up more. So this is a small compressor. It only does 1 CFM at 40 PSI and 0.9 at 90. Since now it has to fill up more air, instead of 3 gallons, it has to fill up 8 gallons.
It's at right about 50 psi. You can see that. There's 40. That's 45, and that's 50 where it's on. Holding pressure just fine. So gonna go up to 100 and keep it there. And no leaks. First try. So yeah, that's it. Have fun with your increased volume. See ya.